Technology acknowledges that our campuses are located on the unceded traditional territories of the Coast Salish nations of Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh.
I didn't touch anything. Good afternoon, Burnaby. For BCIT's The Crow, I'm Gabe Liesi with more news just before 1 p.m. Today is Interstellar Object 31 Atlas's closest point to the sun. The moment is creating a storm of speculation. Our very own Patrick McConnell has more.
3I Atlas is the third and largest interstellar object tracked through the solar system. It is also the oldest object, giving scientists an opportunity to understand the origins of our universe. Unexpected characteristics like a reverse comet tail and nickel emissions have surprised scientists and triggered speculation on social media about alien origins fueled by doctored and AI-generated images. Canada's James Webb Telescope is tracking the comet, with the European Space Agency planning unmanned missions. Patrick McConnell, BCIT News.
The BC nonprofit sector is taking a hit. BCIT reporter Caroline Doyle lays out why some organizations are being forced to close.
The BC Poverty Reduction Coalition's open letter says government funding for nonprofits is short-term, project-specific, and highly restricted, adding it barely covers operational costs. The Pace Society, a nonprofit which supported sex workers in the Vancouver downtown east side for 31 years, is just one of many that were forced to close their doors this year. Tom Littlewood, program director of Dan's Legacy Foundation, a nonprofit that supports at-risk youth, says even though harm reduction is important, prevention services need more funding.
Right now we're handling about 600 kids this year. We've had to reduce some restructuring because it's hard to get money from the federal government right now, and even any government, because of what's going on with tariffs.
Littlewood says focusing on prevention services first will save lives and end up costing the government less in the future. Caroline Doyle, BCIT News.
The BC Poverty Reduction Coalition is in need of more funding. The city of Dawson Creek in northeastern BC has applied to extend its local state of emergency over drought concerns. The Kiskatna River is the only source of water for the community of about 12,000, and its levels are running low. The city says the river is at risk of freezing as temperatures drop. This would prevent the city from pumping water into its reservoirs. It has a supply of about 180 days heading into this winter. The city announced the local state of emergency on October 14th. Nuclear weapons have not been tested since the 1990s. However, according to Associated Press correspondent Ed Donahue, that could all be due to change.
President Trump appears to suggest the U.S. will resume testing nuclear weapons for the first time in 3 decades. A global ban on nuclear tests is in place. President Trump says if there were tests, it would be on an equal basis with Russia and China.
They seem to all be nuclear testing. We have more nuclear weapons than anybody. We don't do testing. We've halted it many years ago.
The Kremlin warned if any country resumes nuclear testing, Russia would follow suit.
I'd like to see a denuclearization because we have so many, and Russia has so. Russia's second and China's third, and China will catch up within 4 or 5 years. I think de-escalation would be they would call it denuclearization, would be a tremendous thing.
There was no indication the U.S. would start detonating warheads. The last detonation was in 1992. I'm Ed Donahue.
Dentists say the days after Halloween are usually their busiest. This is due to broken teeth and braces that are usually caused by eating hard candy. Dentist and oral health expert Dr. Cami Haas gives parents a few tips.
Before they go to trick-or-treating, you want to make sure they have a full meal so they're not hungry. Before they go trick-or-treating, also they want to brush your teeth before using a toothpaste that has nanohydroxyapatite. This particular ingredient can buffer and shield enamel against cavities. Then when they're eating candy, they should drink a lot of water. After candy, one of the biggest mistakes I see is that people want to brush their teeth right away. You should actually avoid brushing for up to about an hour.
Candies that easily melt away and do not linger in your mouth are better for consumption. Still no rain in the forecast today, Burnaby, but make sure you have your umbrellas handy for trick-or-treating tomorrow night. That's been news to just after 1. I'm Gabe Liesi for BCIT's The Crow. Elijah and I will be back with you one last time this afternoon.